Ooh, with the blue, it's K-Mac, Touch Money Neighborhood. This is for my real lokes. You can call your kin, tell your folks that it's Touch Money Neighborhood. We the realest in the neighborhood. Touch Money Neighborhood. Touch Money Neighborhood. Touch Money Neighborhood. Ooh, with it blue, it's K-Mac. What the fuck? Welcome back to the Spodious page in the YouTube universe. K-Mac, TMI, 3438. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button, comment, share all videos. Follow me on all platforms. That way you can contact me, DM me, send me videos to react to. Now that we got the hard part out the way, let's get to tonight's video. It's K-Mac. What the fuck? Yeah, we back. Crazy, man. So the other day, when I seen this video, I was like, wow. I almost started to instantly hit the screen record, but I'm like, nah, you know, let's see what's gonna go on with this. But yeah, man, we seen Ceddy Nash in the car with Lil Woody and Hurst baby. I'm like, wow, what is he doing with these two guys? Aren't these guys known snitches or have allegations? You know, we just recently seen Lil Woody take the stand in the YSL Young Thug trial, Rico trial.
Okay. Do you recall yesterday talking about giving an affinity to threats? Do you need me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday, do you recall testifying about giving the infinity to threat?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. And you said that you gave threat that infinity after you and Little D from Cleveland Avenue spun out that infinity on the highway. Is that correct?
I don't recall.
You don't recall what you said yesterday?
I didn't tell you that yesterday. Actually, I gave threat to cut yesterday.
Okay. Did you also?
You know, and then we, recently heard something about Ceddy Nash. You know, Ceddy Nash, he was one of the first to really take flight in this YouTube universe, with his YouTube page covering a lot of stuff, before everybody else, really had jumped on the hype. Ceddy Nash was one of our first, people to bring us some of the news to a lot of shit. But then Ceddy Nash kind of disappeared after a while because I guess, allegations came up about him, and then recently he started, back surfacing around, on the internet. I recently seen him on the Ugly Money podcast, so I was like, okay, he trying to make his rounds, again, if he popped up there, if you know. But nonetheless, I was like, damn, so Ceddy Nash brung Woody to the 6 O's. So, and then after that, we started seeing other footage of, them pop up in the 6 O's, Woody hanging out, they pulling up in the Lambo. Hurst baby said, he put up on the B and tossed the key, tossed the key to the little homies, let them slide in that thing, joyride, have some fun. He even told them to crash that motherfucker, man. Park that motherfucker up against the tree. So that already let you know, if Woody or Ceddy Nash had rented it, he didn't give a fuck about what they had rolling, but nonetheless, he was in the hood with them, so we seen that. And then I guess, man, some of the homies started calling in and voicing their opinion about Lil Woody being a snitch, and then I don't know if they even said anything about Ceddy Nash being a snitch, but basically Ceddy Nash eventually gave an apology for bringing Lil Woody to the hood. And then we also got footage of when Ceddy Nash say he was a witness to a murder in Sacramento, where he's originally from. You know, how he became a 6-0 member, we don't know, but obviously they allow him to be a 6-0 member, and we've seen him over there countless times in the neighborhood, but we don't know if we'll be seeing him over there any much more after this stunt, you know. So let's go into the videos, check all of this shit out, and y'all leave y'all comments, let me know what y'all think, man. Was Ceddy Nash wrong for bringing Woody to the hood? And does Ceddy Nash deserve a discipline, or even the boot, you know? Or was the conversation he had with his homies enough, you know, to let him know, hey, don't do this shit again? So until the next video, it's K-Mac. What the fuck?
What are you in the trenches? I be in the trenches. Popeyes on assignment. I make you get some cheese. Dope game save me. Whip game crazy. Dog shit talker. I pop shit daily. Dope game save me. Whip game crazy. Dog shit talker. I pop shit daily.
It's the block day on me. Yeah, for sure. Where we at with it, man?
You in the section, nigga. You my shit, nigga. Oh, you been in that bitch ass nigga. Y'all keep saying all this weird ass shit, but keep my name out your fucking mouth, nigga, cause y'all can't do this shit, bitch. We the Lamborghini, nigga. Homies outside, bitch ass nigga. Them niggas don't stop playing with you, nigga. Real shit, real talk, nigga. I'm not no internet nigga. Not at all. I just play a nice guy.
We ain't going back and forth with y'all niggas. Pull up and die. There we are.
GBG gotta get that back in blood to be closed. This stuff to happen, get revenge, started balling on it. Talked to brother last time in jail, I was the calls on it, smiling.
Sliding in the traffic, looking for them in traffic. I cannot get stuck, waiting in this traffic. Hate this fucking traffic. Every day I'm in traffic. Buy a brand new whip, tinted rapid, hop in traffic. Killers all in my real, we in traffic.
Nigga like that, push through the dome, fucking hate after muscle cake, we take
outside activities, everybody outside.
We get a nigga signed out. Nigga throw pump, they can let me find out.
Outside activities, nigga. Outside activities.
Can't get sidetracked. I answer balling out, but I got ice pack. He just scored on me, went right back. That's
the rules that's going on around that thing. I'm reading it to you. So a lot of them take, man, 600 said you a buster. I wasn't the one who made that word up, bro. I didn't make the rules. You feel me? You knew the rules. You knew what come with it. All right, so look, Ceddy Nash was the one, and I rock with Ceddy Nash. That's my boy. No disrespect. I mean, respectfully, he's not from LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't take the hit for niggas who was out there. You know what I'm saying? Like Ceddy Nash, he made an apology. You feel me? And I believe that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's no harm, no foul. But you can't take the hit for everybody else. Everybody else did.
As a man, I gotta step up and apologize to the whole hood for this BS, this fiasco that just happened. My goal is never to bring controversy to the hood. That's number one. I talked to all the older homies that I need to and everything. We all straight, everything is good. What y'all seen was somebody that I rock with, that's like family to me, seeing my brothers and how we do stuff in LA. Because I didn't want anything to happen to Woody while he was in LA. I wanted to make sure that everything was good. And instantly, I'm already saying this right now, I apologize. I talked to all the homies, bro. We was, you know what I'm saying? Was understood, ain't gotta be said or anything like that. Everything is already addressed, we done already handled it. It's all good. But if the whole hood don't agree, that's it. It don't matter. Ceddy Nash ain't bigger than the program, none of that. My brothers are standing with me because that's what it is, bro. So because I'm doing business with somebody and I got a relationship with somebody, Anybody from the hood that feel like whatever they feel like they're entitled to their opinion and ain't nothing ever gonna be negative. I'm not bigger than the program. I'm just saying this as a man because this is what has to happen. So I'm putting it out there right now. Ceddy Nash apologizing to the whole hood because we already got a bunch of controversy going on. More ain't needed. So automatically, like I said, I done talked to the big homies. I done talked to everybody I need to talk to. I done stood and, you know, what's understood ain't gotta be said. Certain things ain't gonna be said on this internet. But from me to everybody, bruh, that's on me. That's on me. That's my apology. My brothers were supporting me. Kez is a civilian. He is a celebrity. But there's still protocol on how to do stuff. If one no say no, it don't matter. That's a whole no. So just because I'm doing business with people, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. So right now, for me, everybody and everybody I talked to, everybody already know this was coming. So ain't no surprise, no nothing like that, anything. I gotta apologize to the hood because it do look bad. It just do. Regardless of the people who know, they know. Everybody that's in, know. So I'm not finna make this no negative. I sat, you know what I'm saying? I done, you know what I mean? Everything that don't need to be on the net is on the net and whatever else. But the homies were supporting me. That's what that was. That's what that was, bro. So I ain't want to bring no distractions. I don't want no bad light casted on the hood. The cats that wasn't feeling that, they have a right to that. The older homies that needed to, you know what I'm saying, need to holler at me, they hollered at me. Everything's square, we straight, it's all love. The internet, all the internet hate, bring that my way. Because all the cats that y'all tagging and all this, they ain't had nothing to do with that. Y'all didn't see everybody. So that's what that is, bro. The whole hood was not running with
about
that.
what they heard. They said they heard an argument just before the shooting. When you heard the argument, was it a long argument? Was it just short? Did it seem like they knew each other?
It was static. And his friend was like, he not even a part of this. You know, he not a part of this S.
And then boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I know. Just as crazy as it was for you to watch that, it was crazy for me too. But let's dive in. Apparently, Ceddy Nash was a on-the-scene witness in a murder case that happened in 2012. We're going to talk about what information he may or may not have divulged and how that affected the case. November 7, 2012, there was a shooting incident outside the Monte Carlo Club in Midtown, Sacramento. Neighbors heard shots, and when they came outside, they saw somebody laying dead on the sidewalk. One witness, Cedric Adams, said, "This is a situation where I parked and heard it, and somebody else was running one way and another person falling on the ground and he was dead." Now, it wouldn't take the police long to make an arrest, but that was also a result of witnesses on the scene cooperating. A 35-year-old Sacramento man will be arrested that same night and charged in connection with the shooting incident that left one man dead. According to police, a patrol officer just happened to be in the area at the time of the shooting and heard the shots. When he arrived at the scene, a witness described a suspicious vehicle that had just left. After being arrested, the defendant in that case would admit to the shooting, but he would claim that he acted in self-defense. Neither the establishment where the incident occurred or any of the surrounding establishments would capture the shooting itself on video. And other than the defendant, no witness testified to actually seeing the shooting or seeing the victim with a gun. According to the defendant, the victim arrived at the bar in a car with two men. They stopped to use the restroom. Defendant saw them approach the bar entrance. He stood with his side to them, his cell phone in one hand and holding his gun on his other side. As Nunez approached, the defendant fired 3 gunshots at Nunez from a distance of about 16 feet. 2 bullets striking the victim, one in his chest and one in his back. Nunez died on the scene. No gun was found on or near him. One of his companions removed a cell phone but could not say why, and neither companion saw him with a gun. The defendant would say that it wasn't a cell phone that the companions removed and that it was actually a firearm. Now that we got the facts out of the way, let's get to this. Me personally, I feel like you have absolutely no business being a witness to a crime, not to mention a murder. As a I don't understand why you, knowing that something like that happened, wouldn't flee the scene. Whether you did it or didn't do it, nobody is really sticking around to talk to the police and talk to the news and do all this stuff on camera. We watched you for years now speak on every single situation. You talking about Vine being sacrificed by Dirk, Vine being scared of Lil J going to PC. These are all subjective opinion things, but then you go into stuff like this, Young Dolph sacrificed by Keith Glock. This is just conspiracy talk right here. So we watch you cover all these different things, but when the 1090 Jake situation come up, you go quiet. And then when he finally addresses the situation, you actually go to his comment section and co-sign. Now, I'm not going to go so far as to say that you went to the trial and testified against this dude because I don't know that for certain. What I do know is that if an incident happens and the police arrive on the scene and you got people out there saying the car went this way and this is what I heard, this is what I saw, that's snitching. Just because you...
Did it seem like they knew each other?
Static. And his friend was like, he not even a part of this. He not a part of this S.
And then boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Touch money neighborhood. Touch money neighborhood. Touch money neighborhood. Worldwide in the hood, I'm a risk taker. Keep a pistol, boy, I'm not a pump faker. On dead homies, I've been a cash maker. Run until I'm so money hungry, I go to eat with bankers. Touch money neighborhood. Touch money neighborhood. Touch money neighborhood.